What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Excuse me. This is going to be your review for Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 10, Episode 11. So we pick up where we left off last week with Yandy and Kimbella fighting at the daggone hotel. I thought they were at Jonathan's house, but they were at a hotel. That was smart, Jonathan. Don't have them people up in your house, honey, because they done tore that place up. They got his food. They had cocktail sauce on the ceiling by the time they were done, and drinks and chips. And look, I have absolutely no idea why Kimbella feels the way she feels. You're mad about something that happened 8 years ago, and you're mad because the way in which Yandy is retelling the story makes it seem like she wasn't really your friend, yet you haven't been talking to her for the last 2 years, and you told her y'all not friends no more. I'd be clowning your ass too. Let me be very clear. If me and you was cool, we was tight, we was rocking with each other, and you got your ass drugged from one side of that hotel to the other side of that hotel, in that moment, I'm your dog, and I'm with you, and I'm going to support you. And when I retell the story, I might not make it seem like you got drugged as bad as you got drugged. I mean, I can't lie. It's on film, but I'm gonna tell it a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to be as compassionate in my retelling as possible, because you my dog. But fast forward 8 years later, we ain't friends no more because you stopped speaking to me and you told me we not friends no more, and you mad at me on some other bullshit. I'm gonna tell it just like it was. She got drugged, and now you mad. Ciao, bye. Moving on. I don't have no more energy for that. Or Kimbella. Kimbella, you are simple. You are simple in this scenario. I don't understand how you in any way, shape, or form think you have a leg to stand on. And y'all know I ain't the biggest Yandy fan, but on this one, what was Yandy supposed to do? You done threw a drink at the woman. You cussed the woman. You've been standing over the woman doing all like this. At a certain point, anyway. So then we see Jonathan meet up with Sin, and of course they talked about the little situation or whatever. They re-talked, you know, and then Sin let Jonathan know, like, hey, you know, I lost my train of thought. Shoot. Oh, Joe and I have been going to therapy, and you know, it's been making things a lot better. You could definitely tell they're in a better place. You know, at the beginning of the season, Sin couldn't even stand to be around him, but she's smiling and talking about him, and she's saying, look, I love him and he loves me, and you know, I don't know, I can't say where it's gonna end up, but we are definitely in a much better place than we were. And then they talk a little bit more about the whole situation with what's old girl? Joe's ex-girlfriend. Oh shoot. Why I can't get nobody name tonight? Joe's ex-girlfriend. And how she was acting a little funky, you know, at the little birthday party. And then Sin lets Jonathan know that, you know, she was no, that was later on. So anyway, that's what they talked about. So then Safari and Erica, they have the sonogram, and they talking about the baby shower, and they sound like they're having a real cute theme for their baby shower. Their baby shower theme is the Met Gala. So they, you know, it's a co-ed baby shower, and it's going to be, you know, that dress up after 5 vibe, you know, wear your best gowns and all of that. And I thought that was a cute theme. I mean, at this point, baby showers at this point are no longer about the baby. And when it's a celebrity baby shower, the purpose of a baby shower is so people can give you gifts for the baby, because it's a lot that has to be purchased for a baby. But when you already have money, then really, at the end of the day, the purpose of the baby shower is just to basically have a party. Because, yeah, people are buying you stuff, but on a celebrity level, are they buying practical stuff, or are they buying flashy stuff? Like, are they buying you that stroller that you really need, or are they buying you that stroller that was featured last week in People magazine that they saw Beyonce with the twins in? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they really buying you stuff that you could use, or are they buying you like gold plated or silver plated, you know, spoons from Tiffany's? You know what I'm saying? So the baby shower is just a big ass party. So we'll get to the baby shower. Then we see Kimbella, Sanaya, and know the child name, Sanaya, Soraya, Sanka. Sonya. And Chrissy. And of course, y'all know I keep telling y'all I didn't watch this show in the beginning, so I didn't know that her and Chrissy had a past, that they didn't really get along. But she said, look, I'm in a better place spiritually. You know, I got my crystals and I'm good. I am zen. And I could be around Chrissy. It's cool. And Chrissy's thing was, I didn't know you was going to be here, but like, I'm cool. We cool. It's all cool. So they had a good conversation. So Kimbella is telling her, oh, and Sin was there too. And Kimbella is telling her side of the story to Chrissy or whatever. And the funny thing was, everybody who was there still was kind of looking at Kimbella like nobody was really co-signing it. Nobody was really, they were all like, I mean, we were there, but we don't really understand why. We don't really know what happened. I mean, we were there. Because, Kimbella, you looked crazy. And even Chrissy, who don't have no love for Yandy, was even like, well, were you calm? Like, were you hot? And they were like, no, she wasn't calm. Yes, she was on 10. Yes, she came in there. Her energy was off when she walked in the door. She was acting crazy when she walked in the door. And Kimbella is still trying to plead her case. Like, she has a legitimate reason to be mad at Yandy. And I'm just like, no. So, Sanaya, it just doesn't sound right coming out. Usually when it doesn't sound right, I know I'm wrong. But she was saying that, you know, maybe they could come together, they could have a healing moment, they could do some affirmations. She has healing teams, I guess, whatever that's called. And, you know, she thinks that maybe she can help them find their zen, get their chakras in the line. And my thing is, you know what? If you like it, I love it. Whatever you think is going to help, whatever you think is going to work for this little group, honey. Whatever you think is going to make it do what it do. So then we see Sin and Joe meeting up. And again, they're in a much better place. They're having a great conversation. And she's sort of telling him what went down with Tahiri at Erica's birthday party, and she let him know that she was invited to the baby shower. And he was like, yeah, I'm invited to the baby shower too. He was like, you know what? I say we make them all look not make them crazy, but I think we all, you know, we should stun on all their asses and let's show up together. Let's come together and let's do what it do. And she was like, yeah, because, you know, I need to let you know what you're missing anyway. I said, look at y'all flirting and stuff. Look at y'all. And then the other thing, you know, she brought up was Tahiri talking about Joe or whatever. And he was like, how'd Joe get in this? He was like, Joe don't have nothing to do with this. How'd Joe get in this? You know? Rich Dollars and Yandy meet up. And Yandy's trying to get them to basically get him and Olivia in the same room so they could get on the same page. She's friends with both of them. She knows that they had a really good friendship relationship. And she's like, look, I really wish I could sit down and figure it out. Sanaya shows up. Samaya. I was close. It was Samaya. Okay. See, I had to look the name up, child. Because I said, I don't want to keep messing this child name up. I'm trying to do better with the names. Samaya. She showed up, and again, her and Joe have a history, but you know, she is on her zen, and she was like, I'm cool, you cool, we cool, it's all good. She had her crystals, honey, and she was telling Yandy that she wants to try to, you know, once again, she's telling Yandy the same thing she told Kimbella. Let's meet up. Let's do some affirmations. Let me try to fix this. You know, let's figure this out and try to fix it. And of course, Yandy tells her side of the story. And Samaya was like, I mean, did I miss something? Like, is there something more that I... She was like, nah, you ain't missed nothing because I don't know nothing. Like I said, Kimbella, I don't know what's wrong with you. The fellas are down at the studio. We have Pressure. We have Safari. We have Papoose. They put down a track. And Papoose is basically letting them know that, you know, he just has a lot on his mind. He's real distracted from the whole situation with the case. That, you know, Remy might be going away. And it's just been a lot on them. And, you know, they basically giving them all the props. Talking about something, you know, you really held it down for your family. You know, it wasn't nothing a whole lot there. That song that they working on sound pretty decent, though. You know, these love and hip-hop songs, you hear them, you think they sound good, and then you never hear the song again. You be like, well, damn. So now we have the baby shower. Okay, everybody is in their Met Gala finest, honey. The real people, the extras, the child, they all, they all did it up, except for one person. We'll get to her in a second. But Joe and Sin showed up, honey, and hand in hand, walking up in the door, honey. They were looking good too. They were looking good, honey, and it just looked like it was a nice event. It was beautiful. Whoever does their party planning or the show's party planning or whatever does a good job, because it was really, really good. And then Miss Tahari shows up in like a regular schmegular old pants outfit, and I'm like, that's your Met Gala? That's your after 5? That's your that's your evening wear? Like, everybody is in gowns and furs, and she showed up looking like it's something she would have worn, for afternoon dinner with her friends or something. I said, well, what? And Joe goes over to speak to her and acknowledge her, and Sin leaves. Now, Sin, I don't know why you let that woman see you sweat like that, girl. You should have, because you was looking good, you were looking cute, and you knew enough people in that room that you let Joe do what he do, and let him go over there and acknowledge that woman and say hi, and if he want to kiss her on the cheek, let him kiss her on the cheek, and go on about his business, okay? Because at the end of the day, y'all showed up together, and y'all gonna leave together. Don't you let that woman see you sweat, girl. So Erica decides that she's gonna play let's all figure this out. So she brings them together to talk it out. And Tahiri, I'm really not understanding you. You were really on something. You showed up, and Sin even said, Sin was like, your energy is really like funky right now. Like, what is going on with your energy? And she was like, what you mean? Like, you just need to understand that I'm that ex-girlfriend. And Sin was like, what you mean by that ex? Well, every man has that ex. Every man has that one ex, and that's me. Me and Joe have a connection, and we're going to always have a connection. And Sin was like, oh, really? You know how Sin do. Oh, really? Oh, really? She was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if Joe don't tell you, how close we are, how connected we are. And I mean, she's insinuating that her and Joe have been talking and maybe even doing more over the years or whatever. And Sin is just sitting there like, but I'm not understanding your energy. Like, why you came in here on 20? Like, and she did. Like, she came in there with an attitude and was like, you need to and she was like, well, you don't know me. You don't know my energy, sweetie. You don't know me. And Sin was like, yeah, but you really are doing a lot right now. And she was like, Tahiri was, and I don't know her, y'all, so I only know what I've seen from her this season, but you were doing a lot, and it's really making me seem like maybe you are trying to start some problems, or we're trying to take advantage of the fact that Sin and Joe are I don't know, because, and Erica, I give Erica credit, she was trying to be real diplomatic, and she was like, well, I think everybody's energy is a little off. And Sin was like, no. And Sin wasn't. Like, Sin really wasn't. I mean, I give Sin credit for not taking it up a notch, because Tahiri really was on one. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, where was all that energy anyway? But they agreed to just be cool and be cordial, which I feel like they already were. I didn't see what the purpose of the conversation was. I didn't feel like there was enough of a conflict for there to be a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like there was enough there for there to be a big deal made out of it. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like nothing was resolved. So, child, I don't know, honey. I don't know. So, then we have the calming moment, the chakra, I don't even know what to call it moment. But my thumbnail will show you exactly how simple Kimbella looked. They all showed up, and Kimbella has on this dress. I don't even know how to describe it, but all of her boobs, all of her chest is out. She's got this little mink stall. She's got all these like pearl necklaces, like a whole Madonna thing going on. Like a Madonna circa 1984 Madonna with all the jewelry and stuff. And she look a hot mess. They are going to a spiritual cleansing type situation, and you dressed You dressed for the Met Gala. You dressed like you was about to head over to the baby shower. And then standing directly next to her, you got Chrissy with a winter coat bundled up, a scarf wrapped around, and a turtleneck. That lets you know how silly Kimbella looked. Because clearly they were out there in the winter. And clearly it was cold as fuck. Anyway, child. So they get there and there's some chanting going on, and look, I'm not here to, I don't judge anybody in what they believe or what have you. You know, I know people that really believe in their crystals and their chakras and all of that. And I'm not saying that that's not valid and that's not true. What I am going to say is, in order for anything like that to work, there has to be a level of willingness on the part of the participants. And I feel like none of them people that showed up were really in a place to receive what Samaya was trying to do. And Samaya was really trying to do like an affirmation. And she was really trying to, like, when they first got there were people walking around in a circle chanting. Not sure what that was about. I don't know. Then she had all of them sit on the floor. And of course, because Kimbella got this tight ass dress on and heels, she can't sit on the floor. So they had to get a little stool for her. And then she gave all of them her calming tea, which is her new mark. You know, she has the slim tea, which is how she made her little money. And now she's got the calming tea. So she gave all of them some tea, some calming tea. So then on the exact opposite, you have Jonathan and Yandy show up looking like they ready to go 20 rounds. Yandy got, look, if y'all don't know that Yandy was dressed for a fight, then y'all don't know what it looked like to be dressed for a fight. Yandy had on a sweatsuit, sneakers. You know, Yandy don't wear no damn sneakers, honey. Sweatsuit, sneakers. She had them gold hoops in her ear, which she would have took them off. See, that was for effect. That was for, you know, so she could take the hoops off. And, you know, a hat on. And she probably didn't even have she probably didn't even have on her good wig. You know, Yandy good for some bundles and stuff, honey. She probably didn't even have on her good wig up under there. She was ready for whatever they was bringing, okay? And, you know, Chrissy was doing the whole rolling her eyes thing, but she didn't say nothing. She didn't, you know, she wasn't being out of pocket. But Kimbella, once again, making faces and, you know, doing whatever. So then they were reading these affirmations. And when it got around to Yandy's affirmation, Yandy didn't want to read it because her affirmation said something to the effect of, I'm willing to forgive all the people who have done me wrong or something like that. And she was like, yeah, no, I'm not in that place. And so, you know, she pulled, and what I appreciate is that she pulled Samaya out the room. She explained to Samaya where she was and that she was not in a place to receive what she was trying to do, and that she needed to, it probably would be best for her to leave. So she left. Now, while they were in the hallway having this conversation, Jonathan was trying to talk to Kimbella and was like, why did you put me in this situation? Why did you do that? Why are you acting the way you acting, Kimbella? Blah, blah, blah. And of course, Kimbella got a little a chip on her shoulder, talking about basically saying, well, you just gonna take her side anyway, no matter what. You always got her back or whatever. And he was like, but in this case, like, you threw the drink at her first. And Kimbella was like, she lucky I didn't do more. She lucky I didn't. See, so at this point, again, Kimbella, there's really nothing anybody can say to you. You feel like you are justified in what you did. You feel like you were right in what you did. And then Jonathan was like, you know what? I need to go talk to my friend. So you don't have, Chrissy's your friend. Jonathan said, you're my friend too. Kimbella was like, psh, psh, psh. He said, I rode with Yandy. Yandy's in the car waiting for me. So yes, I am going to go check on my friend. She's upset. That is no slight to anybody in the room that is also my friend. But I rode with her. She's waiting for me. I know she's upset. I'm going to go check on her. And again, you're not wrong, Jonathan. You're not wrong. Because you're not wrong. So that's pretty much how that evening ended. You know, thank you, Samaya, for trying. But nobody was really in the situation to receive it. None of them were. But I can appreciate that it didn't end in no fight. Thank you, Yandy, for saying, look, I really, because Yandy told, she said, look, I really want to put my hands on her right now. I can't be, I'm not in a place to be in the room. And then on Chrissy's end, when Kimbella started getting loud and started getting real animated. Chrissy was like, come on, y'all, let's bring it down. Let's be even. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate the fact that Chrissy and Yandy were both mature in the situation and tried to maintain order. Last but not least, we see Remy and Papoose on their way to the courthouse talking about the case and all the ramifications. And, you know, I'm not going to dig too deep into that because we know how it ultimately worked out. So, but they basically were just talking about, you know, where we were before and, you know, how bad it potentially could be. And, you know, the fact that people want her to just take the plea and get it over with. The fact that she's got a lot more on the line right now. She's older and just all of that. But anyway, that was that, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.